Hello everyone, today on the channel, it's time for some Deck Academy. It's Deck Academy. We're gonna make a brand new deck. And we actually have some Karlov alchemy cards now. Albeit not that many, but let's take a look and see what we have. Alchemy Karlov manner before we actually decide which colors to make. We only managed actually to play one draft so far, plus whatever cards we open from packs. So there's no surprise that we literally don't have that many. This is what we have. What about uncommons? Although uncommons we don't really care, we can just craft them. There's not that many uncommons anyway. Choose a non-creature card. Oh, this is good for multicolored. Played it in draft. Ah, interesting. Okay. And we have a Mara, which doesn't do much. I think we actually haven't made Simic deck in a while. Even though we haven't done that well in the past, but I can top thirst this guy. Draw a card. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, we're gonna try to do Simic deck. Again, we don't have that many cards, so don't get too excited. These are the only uncommons. What's the uncommon in green? Basic land. Interesting. But as you know, we don't like to use the wild cards. Turn phase up. Ah, it's so confusing. Okay, is there something else that has disguise? Press to investigate. This card's not bad, but I don't think we want to use cards for it. Technically, we could. The green. Oh, this guy is the aggro guy. I'm not playing aggro. Oh, this thing makes signets. This is the thing that gets stuff. Okay, it's just a crazy guy. Okay. Okay. So let's try to find which cards have disguise in Simic to kind of put it around this guy. Okay, not bad. Okay, not bad. This thing is weird, but it actually worked for us in draft. We're gonna give it a try. This thing is a big guy. This thing is also a big guy. This guy is also good. I mean, we're gonna craft uncommons, I don't care. This guy too. Is there something bad we can give them? I don't think there's anything bad that we can actually give them in these colors. Okay, let's see what else we can add. Let's try to make this deck a little bit more competitive. Simic, Karlov, alchemy. This guy is kind of slow. interesting. This could help with these guys. Let's just go for this guy to make it obviously a lot more competitive deck. And what else? We gotta play some bounce. Actually, what do you have in gold? I think there was something that made our gold spells. Yeah, multicolor instant, or don't have multicolor instant. We have just creatures. This guy is good as a one-off. Very ton of this thing was on. Somebody played against us, but we don't play that type of deck. The goose mother. Interested. Okay, any spells that are gold? I guess I have to go to commons and uncommons. Because there's not many rare and mythic spells which are gold. This is not a spell. Too complicated, too much to read. Too much to read. Interesting. What about spells? Oh, we can play him. Can play two of these. Okay. Yeah, we need to deal with other creatures somehow. We need to do some damage spells or fight spells. Otherwise we're going to die. Maybe bite down. But this thing, it's creature, planeswalker, or battle. Probably better. Even though we don't have any battles. This one is also good. I don't know how we could survive with this deck, to be honest. Try this guy too. We got 24 creatures. Is there any artifact that's playing for us? In this deck, she's gonna do the hell is gonna do. What is this? Too slow. Too Ooh, Karn Sylex. Karn's good. And we still don't have the ring, for the love of God. Oh, we gotta play Mightstone and Weakstone to try to win. Alternate way to win. Alternate way. Anything else that we can use? I don't think. Okay. So we gotta cut one card. We cut one creature. Cut one Huatli is fine. We're gonna play ambush. Any other lands? I think. I don't think lands available. Yeah, I mean we don't have a lot of options. Already. You don't open a lot of stuff. I think there's nothing else that we have in Simic. Yep. Change our sleeves. I mean, it is what it is. We gotta play another couple of drafts. Maybe get some alchemy cards. I think we didn't even get enough alchemy cards from drafts. And then that's about it. Make another deck next week with Karlov alchemy cards. And the week after that. And the week after that. Until Outlaws of Thunder Junction comes out. Which we are looking forward to. We hope to maybe be able to play a real life pre-release. I'm not sure if it's possible, but we're gonna try. So let's get it on. Let's go in unranked and trying to win some games with this deck. I mean, we have a little bit too many commons for our pleasure, to be honest. I think we're playing like 8 commons. Usually we don't play so many commons. Everything is just mythics and rare. Even uncommons. And we haven't been doing that well. Not gonna lie. We have not been doing that well the past month. 1 month? 2 months? Who knows? We haven't been doing that well, to be honest. But it is what it is. As we said, at the beginning of this year, I think like at the end of December, beginning of January, we went undefeated with like basically like every single deck we made. And of course you have to face mono red in unranked. Why do people play mono red in unranked? I don't know. Your guess is as good as ours. I'm not sure why we play this. Do we even have that many stuff? Can't do anything literally. Guess these two to try to jump block so don't get smashed too hard, but they'll probably just kill him and smash our face anyway. I mean, the chances of us winning against mono red with this deck are pretty low, and I think we have to take this out as much as we want to play them. It just doesn't make sense in this deck. It does not make any sense. Yep, they basically carve out the perfect card that mono red can possibly have First turn, second turn, and third turn. So the chances of us surviving with this deck, like we said, is pretty much 0. Bust it again. Time. Attack with this dude. This thing is not bad, it's a 4-4, but we need to top deck a land, otherwise we're pretty much screwed if we top deck a land. Which, with our luck, we probably won't, because it's arena. But anyway, we have to take this out, these 2 cards, and put, I don't know, put creatures in. Possibly, put some more creatures. Yeah, okay. Curving out like a mofo. Okay, so we're not getting all. Yeah, that's game over. Okay, not gonna bother with this. We can't beat mono red with this option, especially with the hand that they have. No, we didn't have fun, obviously, and we need to change the deck, take out those 2 cards. It's like you gotta be mono red and you gotta be mono black, and then I don't know, you can do whatever else you want to do with your life. But we are playing like subpar cards to try to fight against those decks. So mapping the mage is gonna go bye-bye. We need, unfortunately, not gonna lie, we need like some big 3-drops. Some big 2-drops or some big 3-drops to basically stall the deck, to stall for us. That's all we need. Technically, Surge Engine is not bad, actually. 3 Surge Engines. At least Final Strike is... The rest is okay. Play 1 less of these things. Play... Anything else that's big? We should look at green. Or something big for mana, not that blue. It's a good idea to look at blue. Blue usually has like flyers and stuff. Yeah, green has like this. Or this dude. Or this dude. I think we're gonna play the spider. Yeah, for this deck. Because we're not really very aggro. But we do need some big 3-drops. And play 1 less Coveted Falcon. A lot for us. And why is there... Okay, let's try this one. It should be a little bit better. Like, you need to be able to survive the early attacks from mono red. And you gotta survive mono black too. I know, because we play in ranked. We play usually just mono red and mono black. And that's how basically we go up to usually diamond. We don't have enough time. We get to diamond when there's like usually 4 or 5 days left in the season. So there's literally no chance to go through diamond in 4 or 5 days, because if you've been watching our channel, you know, I know you have. You basically know that a couple of those days are non-winning days. So they don't do much, to be honest. They don't do much at all. So this is another mid-range deck. I mean, it's kind of masqueraded as an aggro deck, considering it has 26 lands. And we are not throwing lands, which is pretty bad. Some lands ASAP. So yeah, it's kind of masquerading. Okay, we're not gonna block with that anyway, but we need to top deck a land ASAP, if not we're just gonna... That's not really the land we need, but this guy does draw us a card. And hopefully Can draw us a land. Okay, it's a land that comes. Actually, not attack. Just keep him to block. It's a land that comes into play tapped. It's not the best. It's not the worst, but it's not the best. And they are not drawing lands either, so that means we actually have a chance. Yep, block. How much is this guy to flip up? 7, so yeah, he's not gonna get flipped up anytime soon. This guy is 5 though. Can come down and if we top deck another land, can get flipped up. And he's pretty big boy. He is a pretty big boy. But of course opponent has more death touch guys. And drop this guy. Wait, how much is it to flip up? Only 2? Okay. Done. We can flip him up for 2, plus we can pay 2 more mana and get a 2-drop. Random 2-drop clocks down. That's very weird. Wait, which one did they choose to fight? Oh, they can't. They have ward. One doesn't know what ward does. Okay. Can take it. Okay, now we can actually flip this guy. And then take more. After we take more, I think it's time to Cosmic Thunder. Oh, I have to sell this guy. Yeah, so we basically dead now. Because of the proliferate, we're basically dead. Just try this, I think we're basically dead, but try it anyway. The hell did we get diagraph? Cool. I mean, it's just gonna block, but when this dies, it proliferates. Pretty much dead. They just proliferate one more. Pretty much dead. They get something that proliferates. Cool. Yep, just cast one spell that proliferates. We took too much extra damage. I mean, it is what it is. We get to play against mono red, and then I don't know. Like we said, this is what happens with Magic. They tell you like, oh, play is not ranked. You just play queue. You can test decks. No, you can't test decks because they face you against like a competitive decks. Mono red haste and now proliferate. Wow. What a surprise. What a surprise. Got to face the latest deck. The latest deck in the format. Like, this guy is like one of our favorite cards from Dominaria. In case, I mean, if you watch our videos with blue decks, you pretty much notice we try to feed him even in like blue-white control. I don't know why, he just does so many things. Usually we use him for the bounce ability. Sometimes we draw a card. We almost never made a 1/1 token with flying. I think we even forgot it exists actually. Which might not be such a good idea. Might not be such a good idea. Toxic. Okay, toxic. We're just gonna bounce it. Okay. Discard the card. Like, he's very good in any type of Simic deck because of tempo. Tempo, dude. Top for 3. A-Llanowar Greenwidow. And of course, they have to have him cut it off. But that's okay. We do have like 25 cards in the deck, and of course they have removal because it's opponent. They always have removal. Did you not know that? I think you didn't know that, so I have to tell you. They always have removal for our stuff. It's probably one of those decks that literally plays like removal only. Like, there's like 6 creatures in the deck, everything else is removal. Happen at any time. If we just perfect, just kill their just for beautiful. Kill it with fire, as they say. Kill it with fire. Come on, we gotta get a win somewhere. We faced like 2 top decks. This is the first deck after we faced the mono red deck and the other deck. This is like the first deck that would actually looks like it's not. Of course, they have rankers. And they get to 7 mana because I don't know, they float. Oh no, actually no, we have like 6 mana. I hope they get one of our guys because we can bounce it to our hand. And they're probably gonna get one of their guys too. But we still get to bounce whatever they get to our hand. So there is that. We have that going for us. Depending what they get. They got a crocodile. I think I just bring back the crocodile. Because this guy can actually block flying things. So we'll see if the opponent knows. This thing doesn't have first strike, right? No, just flying at life thing. We'll see if the opponent knows that the spider, and I think they know it's bad for us. Pretty bad. Can we get this big enough to kill the thing? I don't think. Pretty much dead again. It's a 6-6. If it was a 5-5, we could have killed it. But We can't because it's a 6/6. What the hell did he even get a +1? A +2. How did he get a +2? Oh, they put it with Gix's command. Okay, but we basically there on attack. Okay, congratulations. I mean, we could have bounced this instead of the crocodile if we knew it's gonna make us discard it, so that was our mistake. But even then, they could just cast it back, and like with our luck, I don't think we could have beat them down by the time that they just kill us, because it's our luck. So our loss continues. We have 4 weeks of just straight up losing, literally. It is what it is. 4 weeks of straight up losing while making decks. Like I said, we were too happy and literally too excited at the beginning of the year to basically be winning. Like every single day, we basically mulligan into the same hand. So, to basically be winning so much, it's kind of weird. And we don't draw. But if we don't top deck a land, we're just gonna concede. Especially if we don't top deck a blue land. We got too excited from doing so well. It's a concession. I mean, we mulligan 2 green hand into another 2 green hand. We're not gonna mull down to 5. Mulling down to 5, like, I don't know, I don't care what people say, man. We play competitive Magic in real life. Okay, unless you play a deck where you need like 3 cards or 4 cards to combo off. Okay, unless you play like a Legacy, because we did play Legacy, or maybe even Modern, you do not go down to 5 cards almost in any single format. You're basically dead. Okay, you're dead. Especially in best of 1, there's no chance to come back. In best of 3, you can, I don't know, try to do something. In best of 1, you can't. You don't come back. You just lose the game and it's gone. That's it. That's your loss. So you just don't do that. You just 2-land hand again. Okay, whatever. Maybe you shouldn't play. You should just play 2 of these. I mean, they are commons. You just don't come back. You don't. So, especially if you try to play an aggro deck. Some people say if you play aggro deck, you can mull down to 5. No, you can't. I mean, we lost to aggro decks who mull down to 5, but that's because the opponent is like lucky as hell. Every time we did it, it doesn't happen. Like, you need to do it, and then the opponent also needs to like have a bad hand. Like, all this stuff has to happen, or basically. And I don't know why this guy blew up. I guess he didn't draw land either. I mean, like, it is what it is. Technically, we have a very slow deck. We're not playing mono red. They could try to play against us. I'm not sure what the hell blew up, but we'll take the win. But there's no, like, I mean, there's, you know, it's the age of the internet, right? The age of the internet is, what it means is that everyone's an expert, okay? We watch social media, okay? We watch a lot of TikTok. Everybody and their grandmother is a bloody expert on TikTok, on something. Health, aliens, politics, whatever. Okay, we don't watch any TikToks about Magic because, you know, it is what it is. We don't need to know about Magic from TikTok. We watch as a social media for Magic. So it's like seriously, like, think about it for a second. Everybody is an expert, okay? Everybody became an expert. There are people who played Magic, content creators, who literally play Magic for like 7 or 8 years. Not that we're saying 7 or 8 years is like nothing, okay? 7 or 8 years, if you're a good player, like, you can learn a lot, okay? But there are also people who play Magic, such as us, since 1996. 1996, okay? We are 2 years away from 30 years. Is that correct? 1996, 2026. Yeah, that sounds pretty correct. We are literally 2 years away from 30 years. Damn, we're old. So anyway, so we're at 28 years of playing Magic. And from 2000, like from 1996, we were just playing, and of course they have 1 mana, huge guy, but I guess we can bounce, we can bounce because he has War 2, some weird ass reason that we're not going to discuss. I think we have a couple of these too. We have to put in our dinos on deck. Again, we're playing dinos, we're playing like all these competitive decks. So anyway, so we have played Magic from 2000 until 2010, because around 2011 we basically quit until 2017. We played 10 years competitive Magic. And competitive, we don't mean like high ranking. We didn't play like on Pro Tours or stuff like that. We play competitive Magic like store events. Play like some GPs and stuff like that. No drawing lands. We need 5 to disguise that guy, so that's too bad. I guess we can double block this. That's not a bad idea. That's not a good. We just need lands. Doesn't actually, this guy can chump block next turn. I don't know. Anyway, opponent has 5 lands. We only have 3 lands, so we're just gonna concede this next turn if we don't top deck a land. Because this coming down on turn 3, it's just like a little bit backbreaking. So what do we say? Yeah. So we play Magic since 1996. Opponent for some reason does not want to attack us. That's just a little bit. Can cast something to bounce something, but that doesn't mean anything. Just cast this guy to chump block. Blocks flyers. No. Okay, we're gonna continue to hit them with them. I'm not sure what the hell the opponent is. We need like 1 more mana to even Cosmic Hunger this film, because he has War 2 and for some reason we cannot draw. We cannot draw the mana. It's too difficult to get 4 lands when opponent already has 5. Whatever. This guy is busted. Busted sideways. Keeps making creatures. Not gonna complain, it's not bad. Tough turn. We keep casting these guys actually in chump blocking. That's pretty funny. So yeah, we play Magic since 1996. Okay, and we just play for like fun. This guy's just gonna crush us. Yeah, okay, concede. Can't draw a 4th land. Can't draw a 4th land, and Dinosaur deck is taking their sweet time. Let's try to see if we can get a second win somewhere else. And back to our train of thought. So play Magic 1996 until like 2000. Casually. Okay, we were in high school. So we play casually. We got our DCI number. If you know what is DCI number, is where you need to play tournaments in 1999 or 2000. Literally 25 years ago, we got our DCI number to play Magic tournaments. For 10 years, we played like regional tournaments, we played some GP trials, we played obviously a lot of store tournaments. Before we decided to quit, basically sell all of our cards, which was a huge mistake, as everybody knows. Because we sold them 2011 and then everything skyrocketed in price and we could have sold them for like 5 times more if we waited just like another 6 years or 7 years. But is what it is. So 2010 we basically quit, and then 2011 or 12 we quit. But 2010 we start to play Vintage. In case you don't know what Vintage is like the most competitive format that you can possibly have. And before we sold our cards, and in case you are wondering, yes, we did have Power 9. We had 2 Moxen, the blue and the red one. We had a Time Walk. What else do we have? We have Time Twister. I think we didn't have Ancestor Record. Yeah, we didn't have Ancestor. We have Black Lotus. So to answer your questions, yes, we did have P9. And we didn't have a lot of other cards. So we basically played EZ Fish deck, which if you don't know what it is basically small guys and burn. It's basically counter burn, and we have like small guys that can actually attack to try to finish off the opponent. Like, it was easy deck, and we didn't do great because for some reason, and of course they cast the guy because of course opponent has a rich dinosaur against our flyer, and now we don't have our 5 mana to kill this guy on curve. That's asking too much. Pass the turn. At least when this guy flips up, you can bounce this to the hand, but then they can choose another Savage Stomp, which they can kill less. But they don't. Cannot draw. Okay, Karn Sylex. Cannot draw 5 mana again. Passing the turn. X or less. It means he kills everything for 4 mana, so we don't have to do much now. We don't have to do much, we can actually stall with this. So anyway, the best we did in playing Type 1 or Vintage was top 4. Okay, we're not gonna lie. A lot of players that were very competitive, actually there was rating in Magic, if you know, back then, 20 years ago, 25. There was lots of ratings in Magic, so a lot of players had high ratings, and a lot of players that were very competitive in Canada, because we were in Canada at the time. And we cannot draw a 5th land for the love of God. Just attack with this dude. Don't care about it. We just need a 5th land. Can do this for 5. I mean, it basically kills enchantments too. Not sure why they didn't use this to kill our Mastermind. Yeah, we basically need to do it for 5 because of course they're gonna cast something. Come on, 5th land. Oh, we get to draw land. Yes, but you can't play it out. Okay, let's hope we get a land that doesn't come into it tapped. Because we're gonna take some damage. Both eggs have haste. Take less damage. Take this out. Come on, another land. I mean, we literally only have one in this deck, and we managed to draw this one that comes to play tapped. And we have like one more of. We have 2 of the other ones that come into play tapped. We only have 3 lands that come into play tapped out of like 24. We could have drawn like any one of them. Oh, now they use Savage Stomp. So now we definitely need to board wipe. And we can't board wipe. So how much are we gonna take? 10? Yeah, we could basically be dead next turn, so we need to jump block something. Need to jump block something. I hope they don't have artifact removal. So when this guy comes back, he can get naturalized. And they have 6 mana, so I can naturalize our Karn Sylex the same turn, so it's basically game over. So yeah, in case you're wondering why we're able to, I mean, we don't play. Okay, they don't. They go for the 6 mana thing. I'm not sure why. Like, if we were playing this, we would have cast this guy, grab the naturalized, take down the Karn Sylex, and make sure we have no chance to come back. In this situation, we actually have a chance to come back, even though this is 6 mana. We could top deck a land. Wait, this guy was attacking too? We did not. Yeah, we can top deck a land, and then we bust the whole thing open. I mean, they got 7 cards in hand, so they're just gonna continue to cast stuff. But it doesn't change the fact that we do get to board wipe them. But, I mean, do anything at this point. We did it earlier, before we were at 7. Would have been something. So from all the competitive tournaments that we played for 10 years, we got pretty good at Magic. Not amazing because we lack luck. We don't have luck, and luck is a huge part of Magic. Like, Magic has a huge variance, as everybody knows. Huge variance. So if you don't have luck, then you're gonna be losing to the other player, which is lucky. And obviously, you can see we don't have luck. We couldn't draw the creature. We don't have enough mana for this. We have 2 of these. Take 5, but I mean, if they have a pump spell, we're just gonna die. And then try to play one more game and then probably call it a day, because like I said, we can't win. Like, we've been on like non-winning, and they have a 7/7 guy that just gets bigger, and which we literally can't deal with. I guess we can bounce it. Like this, 1 turn. Then what? And double. I mean, I know our deck is not that good. Yeah. How the hell do they have 7 cards in? Like, they can just do whatever the hell they want. Okay, why are they going about? Okay, they're just building up. I guess because we're at 2, so they just get as many creatures out as possible. Seems fair. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. We don't have a mass bounce. I don't think there is any mass bounce in. So anyway, from playing vintage, we played vintage for about 2 years, I guess, maybe from 2009, 2011, before we sold all our cards, or 2010 to 2012, and it just made us, and like, we literally just need one creature. We just need one small creature, especially the bounce one, and then we could cast a creature, and then we could literally like kill something. But instead, we literally draw a land when we didn't need to draw lands. Like, everything that can possibly go wrong will go wrong in Magic. That's how Magic is. That is how Magic is, of course. It was a good game a long time ago. Yeah, okay. Congratulations. Okay, let's play one more game, and then if this deck doesn't want to win, just gonna give up on it. We usually don't play Simic. As you know, Simic is not our favorite card. We like to play Rakdos and Gruul. We don't like Simic and Selesnya, and then we also like Azorius and Dimir. So it's like, Arena knows, or it just knows we shouldn't be winning, and then it just gives us lands where we don't need lands, we need creatures, and then when we need creatures, we get lands. So anyway, we quit and sold stuff after getting fairly good at Magic and playing vintage, which is like a turn 1 format. Like, opponent can win on turn 1, or like it's a turn 0. Some people call it a turn 0 format, because the opponent can actually win before you even get to look at your cards. I mean, you get to look at your cards and say keep, and then if the opponent goes first, they combo off on the first turn, and basically they win. So you literally don't have a chance to do anything. And we did play against those decks, and obviously we did lose to those decks, even though we're playing counters. Playing a counter deck, the EZ deck, and we did play Force of Wheels. But the problem is, the format became so degenerate around 2011 that people would combo off on 1 turn, right? So because they can combo off on 1 turn, that means that they can literally just play Pact of Negation because they're not gonna get upkeep. So they can actually protect their combo with Pact of Negation. So we lost to those kind of decks. But anyway, playing Vintage or Type 1 for 2 years increased our Magic playing skill a lot. Because before that we used to play Standard and Extended. There was a format called Extended, which is kind of like before Modern came out. So if somebody is watching and you are old school, well not old school, but you play like 15 years ago, you probably know what we're talking about. So actually when Modern came out, we were not even playing because I'm not sure when Modern came out, but we basically quit 2011. But we stopped playing Standard or whatever. We were only playing Vintage since 2010, and then we came back 2017. So we don't know what actually happened because we quit. We totally did not pay attention to any Magic cards for like 6 years or 7 years. And then anyway, in 2017 when we came back, we got into like pretty heavy. We're so excited because like we had to build our collection again because you know what it is. You know how it is. We had to build a collection again. So that was one situation. And on top of that, finally this deck does what it's supposed to do. On top of that, we start to play Standard again, obviously, because it's the easiest one. Play some limited drafts and sealed and Standard. And besides that, we start to get into Modern, and then we made a Legacy deck right before COVID started. So now, although we don't have time to play Magic in real life, like almost at all, we actually do own in real life. We do own like one Legacy deck, and we also own, okay, there's our second win. We own one Legacy deck, and we own like almost two, because we have to change the lands around, 2 Modern decks, and we have like 5. Okay, let's try one more game, see if we can get our third win. We have 5 or 6 Pioneer decks, and we actually have 1 Standard, I think, because Standard didn't rotate, but that doesn't really matter because, like we said, we don't really play Standard anyway. So we played a lot from 2017, and obviously Arena came out at the end of 2017, so we got really happy playing Arena Beta. Yes, we have been playing Arena Beta for 7 years. We've been playing Arena, in case you're wondering why we have so many things that we have. And what was the whole point of this whole discussion? Basically, the whole point of the discussion was expertise. So yeah, you got all these experts in any type of thing, including in Magic, obviously. And all of these experts that have been playing for like 5 years, 7 years, like 10 years. Been playing Magic for 10 years. Good for you. Good for you. We've been playing Magic for like almost 30 years. It's a little bit, and of course you play against what is this, blue-white control now with the random essence scatters. Hello, yeah, hello yourself, essence scatter this. So it's not that great, but the opponent doesn't know that great. This thing is not that bad actually. It does force something to block, which could be very useful depending what the opponent has. Holding up another essence scatter. I'm gonna try the Graphido too. I think even if he gets countered, he can still come back. It doesn't say he has to die, it just says he can return from graveyard to play. What is this? Muscle. Sure. A block or what? Afraid we're gonna flip it up. Okay, so they don't even block. Okay, so You know, at this point the opponent is not that great. Unless they have Sun, Fall or whatever. Which they probably do. They have here lands of all types. I mean, it is blue-white. Well, it looks like control, but why the hell would they play it? Anyway, that's not up to us to decide. So yeah, you got people who are good, and it's possible to get good at Magic after like 5 or 6 years. But they really focus on this creature. They're obsessed with this little guy. Okay, well, Karn Sylex is basically kind of used against their deck, so this work army dance. So what we need to do is stop drawing lands and start drawing some business. Guess we could cast Karn Sylex just for the hell of it, since nothing else for us to do. And they are tapped out, we should take advantage. So learning like how to do stuff and learning how to play Magic at like very high level, it takes a long time. We're not gonna lie, it does take a long time, and you can't play casual, which includes Commander, unless you are very good at playing some competitive Commander, CD or something. You can't, because we play Magic casually, like we said, for like 4 years until we start to play tournaments, and then we start to play tournaments, and we're getting much better and much better, but still the level was not very high, and then bam, when we actually got into playing Type 1 or Vintage for that 1 year or 2 years that we played tournaments, and we play quite a lot, I think like once a month maybe, it was like incredible. It was absolutely incredible. Like our skill level went up considerably. So most of this cannot be seen on Arena, okay? We've seen people that have actually played Magic, like we said, for like 5 years or something, and they're like popular streamers or whatever, and they do all this stuff like that. They do all the things that they do, but like they usually just like, I don't know, they copy other people, or someone and just play incredibly bad. But people watch them. I'm not sure why people watch them, but they are far from. Yeah, they're not even playing something, and this guy can come back. We should have probably just cast the Mightstone. I mean, we're not supposed to be beating down a Grafwida, but it is what it is. Try to draw 2 cards because you're tapped out. But yeah, it's basically blue-white control, but it's like poor man's blue-white control, like this should. Why is this considered? It's not good. Okay, there's so many other things you can play. This thing is decent, not bad. This thing is annoying as hell. We draw lands, forever lands. Time to make a big boy and smash some face. Oh, why we want to make it 3-3 when it's 4-3? Smash some face, as we know from playing blue-white control. We used to play blue-white control a lot in standard when we were playing before we quit. Dealing with manlands is a hell of a pain in almost every format. This thing does deal with them. I know it doesn't, it's a sorcery. Okay. And the opponent is going nuts. You can bust this for 0 or just do some cards first. Then we can actually bust it for 0. We can bust it for 0 now. Don't waste more time. Pay 0. Bye bye all tokens. Yes, that's how it works. We know because we play Magic. How much is this to activate? 5. I guess we can cast this and draw a card and activate it. Do we have 8 mana? Let's just activate it first. They have a bounce, they have a bounce. Yeah, we have enough. Oh, we can use this? Yeah, we can. Okay, just attack first. What's the point of making a token? You can't block. Doesn't block opponent. Cast. Actually cost me 100 token. For the hell. They don't get any ideas. So they get to see the card with reprieve. If it's face down, but they get to return it. That's really good. And it's over because they have a budget blue-eye control. And there's our third win. Thank you for listening to our rant about experience in playing Magic and why it's so annoying, and it seems like we get annoyed so many times when we lose. This is why we get annoyed, because we play high-level tourneys, especially in formats such as like Vintage or Legacy or whatever, and we don't want to deal with this nonsense in like Alchemy or Standard or whatever. But thank you for watching. Please click like and subscribe for more MTG content videos.